Hey, what's up my peoples? MGO here, the freaking geek himself, and it's time to just transform Ocular Max Navigant. So without further ado, let's just transform it. So first we're going to start off with his arms. First thing you want to do is open up this panel right here. You have this little panel that will just fold in. You're then going to rotate his hand 180, and then this little panel right here will slide up. You want to bring the hand in. You want to make sure that his fingers are open. So you want to open up his fingers and then bring that in, and this will come up and sit right in there in his hand. Once you've done that, you want to take this section here, rotate around. I always rotate it the wrong way. Rotate it this way around, and that will just sit right there, and you got that side done. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that little panel down. Flip this little panel in, rotate the hand 180, slide that panel in, open up the fingers, flip the hand in, and then close that up. And then take this section here, rotate around, and you got that done. Next thing you're going to do is just open up the chest and also bring out his belly plate here. Bring that out. You want to come in here and flip this entire section around until that sits flush right there. Then take the light bar and rotate it 180. You want to take this little section here, flip that underneath the windshield, and you're going to take this entire assembly and rotate it 180, and just leave that hanging out there for now. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take his head and you're just going to tilt it all the way back like that. Then you're going to rotate his head 180. You're then going to undo this whole back panel here, and that will bring his head with it. So bring all of this out. You have these two sections right here that you're going to rotate in. Make sure everything's out of the way. Rotate these in like that, and then rotate all of this up so it sits flush right there. And then you just take this, bring it down. That would just kind of sit up and over his head, and you can just leave that hanging out like that for now. And now you're going to take the arms, you're going to bring them up at this hinge here. Just bring that up. This little support piece, you're just going to fold in. So just bring that up, bring down that support piece. Now you're just going to bring these sections down, rotate the arms up. And you're going to have tab slot connections right in here on either side, and you're going to bring the arms up, and you're going to have a tab slot connection right here as well. So just push all this together, get it all lined up, and all of that will sit just like that. Once you've done that, bring all this up. The head's going to end up between his arms, so just make sure his head clears. You can tab that all together, and then just bring all of this up and over. It'll tab in right here. You also have two tabs right underneath the hood. I'll just push in right here, just kind of push up, and that'll snap into place, and there you have the hood all done. Next up, we're going to take the waist and just rotate it 180 like that, and now we can start working on the legs. So you're going to take this section here, you're going to open this all the way up. This panel here, you're going to open up as well, like so. What you're going to do now is you're going to take this assembly here with his foot, just bring this out, point the toe down, and then you're going to swing the toes in, like so. You're going to grab this door section here and just extend all of this out. The side view mirror will just flip out, like so. So just bring all that up and out like that. Then you can take this section here with the foot, just close that up, make sure that's sitting flush right in there, like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate the leg up at this hinge here. So just take all this, swing it up, and this little panel right here just kind of pushes in and down, sits flush in there. And then you're going to just close all this up. There's a tab that'll go into this slot right in here. There's also a little tab that will go into this notch right in here. So once you have all this lined up, give it a push, and it should, sometimes it can fight you a little bit. Just make sure you get it all lined up. There we go. So it's sitting like that. And again, just make sure this little panel here is just sitting right in there, like so. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Second verse is just like the first. Also, just make sure you keep all that out of your way. So open this up, open that up, take the foot, swing it out, bring the toe down, swing that in, bring out this door section here, flip out that side view mirror, swing all this in, make sure all that's sitting nice and flush, like so, and then rotate all this up, get all that out of your way, bring that up and over, get this little kind of hood piece here, just make sure that stays down, and then close all of this up, like so, and then you can tab the two halves together, like that, and then that'll just tab into its little spot right there, like so. And once you've done that, we can now get all of this in place. All this is on a double hinge, so just bring it down. There's also little tab slot connections right in here that'll go into his shoulders, so kind of line everything up, bring that windshield down, and just line everything up. It should just drop right into place, like so, and everything should be sitting nice and flush in there. Once you've done that, these little armatures here go into slots, so just kind of angle that in, and just kind of push it up and in. That side already did it for me, thank you. Push that up and in, and then just take the door and close that up. And get that all closed up. And there you go. There you have Navigant in his alt mode. So now to get him into combined mode, first thing we're going to do is open up the door. So just open that up and just pull this little panel out. Just one tab it. So just get in here. There's a little notch for you. Just open the door and pull out that little panel. You want to undo this whole section here with the light bar and the windshield. Just pop all that up. You also want to flip out this little faux section of hood as well. You want to get up under here. You want to untab the hood and just bring this all down. Just kind of leave that hanging out for now. You want to just split this back section here just enough so you have the clearance to grab a hold of this and open up these panels here. Just get a hold, just get up under here, and then just pop this open. Once you've done that, you can tab this back together just so you have the clearance to get these side pieces out. So once you have done that, you're going to take this section here and you're going to open this up, bring this out like that, and then all of this will just come straight down, and then you can just close these sections up around it so it's sitting like that. So what's going to happen now is you're going to untab the forearms, and you're just going to rotate the arm out to the side. You're going to bend the arm at the upper hinge. Just take that and just push it up. It does take a bit of doing. There you go. You want to bend that up so it's sitting just like that. Then you want to come up in here and you want to flip up this little section. Bring that up, and this little panel here you want to fold down to 90 degrees so it looks like that. Once you've done that, you're just going to swing this in and this will tab in right in there. Just get that all back in place and tab that back in so it's sitting like that. Same thing on the other side. Just untab this section, just swing it out to the side. Again, just fold up that top hinge. Take a bit of doing, but it's doable. There you go. So just fold that up like so. Come up under here. Flip this little section up, and then flip this little tab down to 90 degrees. And then just swing it back in and tab it all back together. So it is sitting just like that. Now you want to come around to the other side. You want to flip out this little tab here. You may need a tool or something to help you get that out. You just want to flip that up like so. Once you've done that, you now want to basically just situate all this back where it was. Just get all this in place. Make sure you tab these sections back in here. back into the shoulders as they were before. So again, just get everything back to sitting flush on either side. And just kind of get everything sitting in there. And I think that did it for me. There we go. Yeah. So it assisted me. But there we go. Get everything sitting flush. Tab these sections back in. Basically get all this back to the way it was in alt mode. So all that is sitting flush in there. And then you're just going to bring this down. And this tab will go into this slot right here. Just line that up. And just plug that on. Like so. Get that all nice and squozen. And there you go. There you have Navigant in his combined mode. So now to get him back into robot mode, just undo this. Just push that back down like so. Again, we're going to come in here. We're going to open up these doors and just untab this little armature here. So get up under here and open up the door and pull out that armature. Untab these forearm sections and just bring them out. Flip up this little tab and then bring all of this down. Flip up this tab and just push that down. At this point now you can just kind of straighten out the arms just to get them out of our way, like that. Next, make sure you have all of this undone and out of your way. You can bring these panels out. Just, again, get this up. Just get that out of your way for now. And now we can transform the legs. So split the legs and just rotate this down. This little panel here will pretty much undo itself as you rotate this down, but bring it out just in case so you don't risk any damage. So just bring that up. Make sure that this slot here is aligned. So you're going to take the foot, swing that out, swing that out. You can bring the toe down, bring this in. You want to take the side view mirror and swing it in. It's going to end up under this armature here. So bring that in, just tuck that up like so. Bring that in. Make sure the door is on a little bit of a slider as well. So make sure you slide it up. And then you can bring that panel up. You can take the foot, bring that down. Swing this over and everything will connect right there. That'll tab up in there. You got little tabs in here. You also have a tab you can see that goes into a little notch right in there as well. And there you have a leg all done. Second verse is just like the first. So again, just rotate all this down. Make sure that that slot right there is perfectly aligned. Swing this section out with the foot, swing out the foot itself, bring down his toesies, take this, swing all this in, swing that side view mirror in, make sure that is slid all the way up, bring this panel up, close that up, then swing all this in, close it up, and there you have the legs all done. Rotate the waist 180. And there you have his lower body all situated. If you want to, you don't have to do it, but if you want to, you can just push these little pieces back in, have them sitting flush. Totally up to you. If you want them flared out, you can do that as well. That's pretty much an aesthetic choice you can make, but there we have the legs all done. So now just kind of bring this down, get it out of your way. You want to untab the arms, untab this entire armature here. Just bring all this up and then rotate the arms around. So they're sitting out, so untab all that. Rotate the arms out. Get that sitting there. What you're going to do now is you're going to bring up this little support piece, and this is going to end up in this little notch right in here, like right behind where the screw is. It's going to end up right there. So you're going to just bend at this hinge here, and then that will basically just kind of situate itself. Push it in, and it'll just kind of swoop itself into place, and that'll sit just like that in there. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that out, bring that down, and just get that seated into place. Then bring that down the rest of the way. And that will just support all that right there. So now what we can do is we can first close this up, because now we have to take this front bumper section and we're going to rotate it around. So it is sitting like that, and then we can open it back up. And you basically want to leave it angled in. So it's sitting roundabouts like that. And then we can angle all this down, bring the section up at the head. That'll just kind of swoop itself into place. And you can flatten this out against that section there, bring that down, and again, just kind of play around with your angles so you clear everything. And that will sit and tab in right there. Once you're here, you can kind of get in here and kind of flare these back out so you just kind of fill out his sides. So it's sitting like that. You can take his head, rotate it 180, and then bring it back down. And you got the back all situated. So the last thing we need to do here is just rotate this chest piece from 180. You want to take the light bar, rotate this 180, and then this section here will just rotate all the way in and sit in his chest like that. And then this whole chest assembly will come up on a double hinge. You have a tab slot connection here. You have a tab slot connection for his belly. So you just bring that in, push that up, like that. And actually, we're not done yet because we have to finish up on the arms. So what we need to do for the arms here is open this panel up, flip out this little panel here, rotate the hand out, slide this little panel in, that you can close this up, rotate the hand 180, and then take this section here and rotate that around like so. Now you have the arm all done. Second verse is like the first. Open that panel up, then open up this little panel, flip out the hand, slide in that panel, close that up, rotate the hand 180, and then rotate this entire outer section around. And there you go. There you have Navigant back in robot mode.